We continue our team coverage now with our José Zozaya, who joins us with what officials are saying tonight.
20 different Georgia law enforcement agencies that have converged right here in Americus for the suspected shooter still at large. They are asking him to turn himself in. Protesters have been on their feet for hours from the early afternoon and up to this point, hoisting sign, chanting their opposition. News Leader 9 captured the sounds and sights as the two groups exchanged chants. I spoke to a Richard Spencer supporter and one Auburn student who said this event is not what Auburn University is about.
They won the court case, though.
They did. So what does that mean to you?
Well, it means that we get to preserve freedom of speech, and that's what I'm here for. I want to see freedom of speech preserved. That's it.
I respect everyone's First Amendment right, but when you're putting others down, especially to an impressionable audience such as college students, I don't think he should be here speaking.
The announcement leaving the family of Damon Dix Jr. stunned, trying to process the jury's verdict. And it's those wind gusts that produce this kind of damage you see right here. Hello and welcome to News Leader 9 at 5. Thank you for joining us for the Valley's #1 choice for news. It's only appropriate we start here in the studio. As you know, the lightning always comes before the thunder. Speaking of thunder, let's check in with our very own Barbara Gauthier and Jason Dennis. They're live at Columbus Regional Airport as we get ready for thunder in the Valley. Hey guys. The fire was contained, but the festive mood after the football game disappeared. All morning, dozens of community members have gathered here at the corner to see how their beloved live oak stood after the fire. Here where we're standing, the Heritage Walk, an emotional experience from so many people we heard from. How bad is the damage looking to you guys?
It's real bad. Probably state of emergency. Probably.
A mother in Phoenix City looking for answers this evening after she says her son was mistreated at a local daycare. It's a story you will only see here on News Leader 9. If I leave my hand or any other exposed skin out here in this kind of cold with this wind chill and the snow falling, it would only take 30 minutes for me to develop frostbite on this hand. Just so you can see just the extent of the destruction here already, guys, this is a piece of the roof. Initial reports indicate that the man could have been swimming at around 3 this afternoon and that he was last seen over by the rapids. That's near the 13th Street Bridge. A grueling and intensive underwater search in Bibb Pond has finally come to an end. Crews recovering the body of the 4-year-old boy missing since March 28th early today, not far from where he and his father disappeared while fishing. Gonzalez's girlfriend, Marta Lopez, drove up to Atlanta to pay those $3,000 for the bond. That wind still playing a factor out here on the roads, not just in Plains, but in Sumter County in general. In full disclosure, this is the first time I've ever carved a pumpkin, I've ever gutted a pumpkin, so I'm actually really excited about this.
This is a big day for Jose.
You walk in with 2 legs and you come out of a hospital with 1 leg.
Strong words from attorney Forrest B. Johnson, representing Montravius Thomas, the then 13-year-old whose leg was amputated in 2016. Words that bring his mother, LaWanda Thomas, to tears.
I was very upset. Like you said, I seen him in school and I thought he was in the best of care, but evidently he wasn't.
It was September 12th of that year when he was reportedly body slammed multiple times by Bryant Mosley, a contracted behavioral specialist at the AIM Alternative School. Johnson says those injuries ultimately made doctors amputate one of Thomas's legs.
They want to blame him for his own injury, which is just crazy to me.
Johnson recently filed a motion adding Lieutenant Consuelo Askew of the Columbus Police Department as a defendant in their $25 million lawsuit. Johnson claims surveillance video shows Askew, who was working as a resource officer that day, came into the classroom and saw Thomas in pain but failed to seek medical attention, as did the other school employees who were also present that day. But Johnson's biggest problem was that Askew was assigned to investigate this case for the Columbus Police Department.
She has a clear conflict of interest. I don't see how she can investigate this case and at the same time say that we are not cooperating with her.
The Columbus City Attorney's Office issuing this statement, saying the investigation is closed and was completed 8 days ago. It goes on to say CPD found no evidence of criminal misconduct. In Columbus, José Zozaya for News Leader 9. Meet 35-year-old Nick Steinhaus, a wall-crawling, rock-climbing machine who's gearing up for the opportunity of a lifetime, one he's dreamed of for years.
I actually saw American Ninja Warrior on the TV,
and saw these guys doing this, these amazing feats of just, muscle and strength.
Nick admits it's taken determination, dedication, and sweat to get to where he is now, a place he says is far from where he first started.
The guy that was looking back at me in the mirror was not the guy that I had up here in my head. I was able to get in my head that I'm committed to a few simple things each day, and those few things will build. I lost over 50 pounds of body fat in those 8-month period.
Talk to me a little bit about where you are right now, physically and mentally.
Right now, I've probably been more focused than I've ever been, and just more, concentrating on, technique and training up here. Probably at the strongest I've ever been in my life. I'm at the most physically fit I've ever been in my entire life right now.
A world of difference from where Nick says he was 10 years ago when he got into a grisly motorcycle accident.
I T-boned a car going 70 miles per hour, and I broke 13 bones throughout my body.
This is how Nick got his nickname, the Titanium Ninja.
I have titanium going down my left arm, and my thumb, and my left leg, all down the left side of my body.
What doctors told Nick was a physical limitation did not stop him from achieving his goal.
So I am here for a reason, and the doctors may say that, XYZ cannot happen again, but they have no control or no knowledge of what God has put in my path.
Not to mention the support system Nick has. His wife and nutritionist, Cecilia, their 3 children, and dozens more who've made Nick their role model.
I never read the guidebook. What can I do? What's the next step? And that's basically it. Every day counts. It's gonna be screaming from the top of my lungs so he can hear me, that I'm there. We're just cheering for him.
Focus on where you want to go and commit to it, and with faith, with prayer, and with focus and determination, you can do anything you set your mind to, and that's what I hope to show a lot of the people that have been following.
In Columbus, José Zozaya for News Leader 9.